I'm so sorry about tonight. I didn't have any clips ready. I've been busy all day, and yeah, I wasn't able to grab any clips. But
You couldn't casual. You couldn't. There
with
were no
this movie,
clips you could show. Yeah,
yeah, this movie was crazy.
they they all had milk bags in them. So
Yeah,
For
yeah,
me, that was definitely my first thought. Is God, this is second Piggy's pick with like this old crusty. It
it
hey,
was good
it
though.
it was good. It was good. I gotta say, it's good. Like spoilers, but it was good. But
that's what we're here
one
to do, though.
one of the guys I know, Cash recommended this. I'm sorry, Cash, but this movie was horrible. He recommended Muck, and he requested us to review it. And I think we came to the consensus of like skipping it, but to you know, let the fans know that we care. We're gonna do it like a 5-minute review. So spoilers ahead
Oh my God.
for a movie called Muck, and I have some pictures so we could. Well, before we do that, before we start a Muck, Terry, how's your day? How you been?
I'm great. Um, thought we were reviewing a good movie, but I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been good, and that's one thing I thought last night though. It's we need to let Piggy pick all the damn
Yeah,
movies.
yeah.
I like that.
Well, to be fair, Cash did say he had the movie wrapped up in a sealed Blu-ray, and he never watched it before. So there must have
Please
been a
keep it
reason.
wrapped up.
Yeah. Pause. Cool. Cash, how about you, man? How's your day? How you been, man?
Pretty good, man. Working right now. Not too bad of a day, man. Wow. That's all I can say about this movie is wow.
Awesome, awesome.
That actually
We'll get.
goes for both movies, actually. Both movies, all I can
I
say is
know,
wow.
right? Like in a weird way. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Piggy, how about you? How's your day? How you been, man?
Man, trying to work and then deal with all this water we got down here in Georgia. Like parts of Metro Atlanta, Decatur, where I am, we're just underwater, man. So just mitigating water, working, and trying to find a positive beat amongst all of that. So outside of that, I'm good. And wait, in Cash's defense, I think there are some redeeming qualities in Muck. I don't remember what they are offhand, but there was some redeeming qualities in Muck. Like it
They were
was gonna,
so memorable though.
yeah, it was gonna be a trilogy.
Well, I don't think we even need to put that in spoilers ahead, but
So was Justice League. That was going to be a trilogy too.
yeah. Wow.
The studios ruined Justice League. I think the Muck creators ruined Muck.
Yeah, the studio saved us from the monk.
This is a good question. Jesse Hernandez is asking, new night for horror movie reviews, Muck and Barbarian. So no, like unfortunately, like holidays, like kind of messed everything up. Like not in a bad way or anything, but like and then some other things came up where we couldn't make it. So I think we're we're gonna like do whatever days available to everybody, right? Like Thursdays, we're like we could jump back to Thursdays, but like next week I won't be here, so I won't be able to do it next week unless one of you guys want to carry it on your channel. Like I have no problems with that.
I'm fine waiting either or for me.
Yeah, I mean,
Whenever you
Yeah,
guys are free.
at least
yeah,
us four,
yeah, yeah.
and it's open to anybody else who wants to come on too. Like Eddie was fun.
Oh yeah, Eddie, yeah. I asked Dwayne and Jerry if Jerry wants to join in because Jerry just said I literally just finished watching Barbarian like 15 minutes ago. Great ass movie, but
Is Cab allowed?
oh no.
Cap, Cap should have to make a mandatory appearance before our season finale.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Cab, if you're out there, just a heads up.
He can come on, but I'm not any more suggestions. I mean, he's
Oh no, just an appearance. No,
Oh, he can't
Uh,
speak.
no, he can't recommend.
We're gonna go over this really quick. So this movie, I'm gonna give the synopsis really quick. It's off of Rotten Tomatoes. It's funny because it's like the shortest synopsis I've ever read on a movie. It says, "Killers from a swamp stalk and kill friends in a house. That's literally all it says. I guess this is like one of those like movies where back in the day, a lot of boobs, a lot of girls, a lot of
Yep.
stuff just goes on, and I think that's like the attraction to the whole movie. And then people get axed through the. It was horrible.
It's kind of like Barbarian, but like they did a much shittier job explaining everything in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this guy here was probably the best part.
He was hilarious, man. He was hilarious.
That's saying a lot too, man. That's him being the best. Like,
I mean, there was some questionable things, of course, but I mean,
Oh wow.
the best things from this movie that involved him. I should say that.
That's true. I think the draw was, well, number one, it was a crowd-funded movie, and when you get to the end of it, as I was watching the rolling credits, like every woman in the movie, it was like Miss New Jersey 1998,
Yeah.
Miss San Diego 2004. Like they were all were
Wow.
all like beauty pageant contestants and like wet t-shirt contest winners and things of that nature. So I thought
Pedro
that's-
Lopez says he really enjoyed this movie, but I feel like there's a lot of pauses when you watch this movie, like specifically this one right here.
I thought
Can
it
you
was
zoom
funny,
into the
man.
house?
Of course. 1 second. I'll let.
No, now go over some. Go over.
When you buy a house, you have to check the
No,
landscaping.
the other
The
way. The other
landscape.
way.
We're trying to look at the landscaping.
Yeah,
The chick through the
that
window.
way, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? You gotta wonder,
Man,
like,
I was
if that's.
cracking up. I love
Oh
this
man,
movie.
I
It
was.
was funny. It was funny, man. I was cracking up, especially when they were like fighting the monsters and stuff. And
They flipped over the car, like they ripped
They
off.
didn't show it though. Like if I was a crowdfunder, I want my damn money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that would have cost the studio money, they didn't show on camera.
and like this whole weird thing with that guy that Terry said was the best part of the movie. Him, his girlfriend, and his best friend, who like his best friend was like this Eastern girl, and they had this crush on each other. So it was this whole back and forth with them, and they were cracking these like little innuendos and stuff like that. It was some funny moments in this movie, man.
Yeah, more funnier than like a horror or
Oh, yeah, for
scary
sure.
or any or like. But yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna have to give this a review. I give it 2 thumbs down. No, what does Chappelle say? I wish I had more thumbs because I'll give this 4 thumbs down. I'm so sorry. But yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh wow. It was so bad that Steve had to kick us off. I'll say this. I knew within the first 6 minutes of the movie that it sucked.
It was funny though.
Yeah.
Now, if I paid to
You
see
see-
it, if I had paid money to see it, it wouldn't have been funny. I would have been upset. I would have been
Yeah.
throwing like more chairs than the BET award. But since it was free, I
Yeah.
found the funny parts hilarious, and I enjoyed it, man. For free as a comedy, as a comedy,
Pretty-
not as a horror
pretty
movie,
sure.
but as a comedy, yes.
I'm pretty sure it cost me like $4.
Oh no, that's too much.
Pedro says I was referring to Barbarian was the movie I enjoyed. Okay, Pedro. Like, yeah.
Don't clean it up now, Pedro. Don't clean it up now.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, 4 thumbs down. I don't like it kicked me out for a second, but did you go already, Terry, with your like score or
Whatever the bottom is, it's below that.
yeah? What's up, Jerry?
Yeah,
How's it
like
going?
Jerry?
Cash owes me
What's
$4.
up, man? How's everyone?
Good,
It's a good
good.
game. We're doing our review over Muck. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it, but
I've never seen that one.
okay,
Oh,
yeah,
bless
you don't
you.
have to. Like, yeah, like a lot of naked parts, a lot of
Yes,
boobs,
Cap.
there's a lot of yeah. But Piggy, really quick, what's your thoughts or your review on this one?
On a scale of 1 to 5, since it was free and I thought it was funny, I would give it a 1.5.
Yeah, man. Like, how about you, Cash?
I'm gonna say -1. Man, this movie was horrible. Like I said, from when I very first started, I was just like, "What am I watching?" And then like when the dude, he killed her with that. Well, he hit her with the axe, and then he goes to like strike her again. It just seemed like the special effects was lacking. But the crazy thing about it, the reason why I bought it, if you look at the Blu-ray cover on the front and the back, you think this is going to be like one of the scariest movies of all time, just from looking at the graphics and stuff. Because they didn't explain it like that on the Blu-ray cover. They explained it like, you know, this terrifying group that's going to this place, and it's nothing like that, man. Nothing.
Yeah, the cover is pretty badass. I do like that.
Yeah.
The intro credits too. I mean, they spent more money on that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, the
It's like-
slow motion parts and like
The
all that
intro,
stuff.
the intro was great, but then the movie was no.
Yeah, well, just a heads up, you guys, please don't waste your money on this thing or your time. Like, if you guys do want to or whatever, I'm so sorry, but yeah, that movie is. Yeah. Oh, Cat did. I think Terry already answered this. What's up? The Wailing still the worst. Yeah, that one. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
By far.
This
By
movie
far.
is half. This movie's half the runtime, so that's already better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Cat.
The Wailing. Why would you watch that? No, I was playing. Oh.
This is Academy Award winning compared to The Wailing.
I don't think Cash watched The Wailing.
I didn't make it that week, man. I didn't make it that week.
That's not fair, man. That's not fair. You got to go back.
Yeah,
Shout
kind
out
of
to Eddie. Shout out to Money Mendez, baby.
for filling in. Yeah. All right, man. We're gonna get back to our original screening of Barbarian. In case you guys haven't watched it, spoilers ahead, man. But I like to talk about like where you guys saw this, when you guys saw this. I watched it today because out of all days I had today free to watch it while I was at the gym. But I honestly wasn't expecting much with Justin Long, the actors in this movie, and I was like, Justin Long is a great actor, but he always dies. Like he always gets tortured and dies. And the way it started out, I was kind of afraid like how it's gonna end up. I was like, oh man, is this like a love movie? This movie is.
But you know what?
One of the Skarsgård brothers is in it.
Oh yeah.
The Skarsgårds, like one's from Hemlock Grove, one's from True Blood.
Oh
Pennywise.
yeah.
He played Pennywise.
Yeah, Pennywise. So the crazy thing about Justin Long, he actually did something that they didn't do in Muck. If you know, you know.
Doing Muck. We'll
got a
follow
titty.
up on that.
You got a
He
titty.
did? Oh yeah, he did. If you know, you know. Yeah. Cap saying I'm
man.
tattooing that 98% on my back for the wheel. Watch The Visit, Piggy.
I think I saw it. I'll double check. Yeah.
But yeah, before we get into spoilers, no spoilers just yet. But what are your guys' quick thoughts on this before we get into the spoilers?
I loved it. I mean, it's crazy where you start out and you never think in a million years where you're going to end up.
Oh man, that's perfect. Yeah,
I watched it with headphones, so I mean the music, the pacing, everything, it was intensified. I think.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. I was watching. I have these Bose headphones, and like I was at the gym. I love. Yeah, the bass is perfect. Like the suspense parts, it's perfect.
I knew you guys were gonna love the movie. I knew it, and I saw it when it first. So it came out in 2022, and it dropped. Actually, it came out at San Diego Comic-Con. They played it at the Comic-Con in July, and then they put it in theaters in that September. And like maybe a month or two after they put it in theaters, it made 11 times its money. They dropped it on HBO Max, and at night when I can't sleep, I look for horror movies to kind of like help. It sounds crazy. Yeah, help me relax and go to sleep. And I was like, let me see what this is about. I wasn't expecting much. And about 2-3 minutes in, I was like, I don't know. And the next thing you know, I was into it until the credits rolled. So
yeah, I was even waiting after the credits, man. I was like, Cash or Jerry, you got any thoughts on this thing before we get into the movie?
You can go, Jerry.
I don't know what to expect. It's called Barbarian, and then like from your thumbnail, I just see Skarsgård looking out the door, and I'm like, "What is
this?"
That's
the bad guy. That's what I said.
Yeah, but it was actually pretty enjoyable. Like I thought it was pretty good, and it caught me twice where I didn't know what the movie was gonna go in the beginning, and when Justin Long pops up, I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yep.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yep. Well, enough of that. We're gonna get into the movie. So, in case you haven't watched it, just a heads up, it's a great movie. Check it out.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to go off. What was the other movie we just spoke about?
The Mug.
Yeah, it's kind of like horrible to great. It's kind of hard gauge. But really quick, this got 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, and then audience score was 71%. And really quick, I'm going to read this movie info. It says, traveling to Detroit for a job interview, a young woman books a rental home, but when she arrives late at night, she discovers that the house is double booked, and a strange man is already staying there. Against her better judgment, she decides to spend the evening, but soon discovers that there's a lot more fear than just an unexpected house guest. And that's where I was like, oh man, I travel a lot. Well, yeah, I still travel a lot, and most of the Airbnbs I try to get either the cheapest, or like I'm literally anywhere I go, I'm literally just there to sleep at that bed and then just enjoy the city or whatever. And this freaked me out. I was like, for females, it's completely different. I'm sure like they have to worry about a billion things, you know, especially Pennywise opening the door. I'm like, like. But man, it's
You're gonna be checking all the basements from now on, ain't you?
oh hell no. But yeah, let me get some pictures up, and then I got basically the storyboard. So the beginning of the movie, like the thing said, like it's a girl that I think she's like going through a breakup, right? Because like a guy keeps texting her and everything.
Yeah, and she was there for a job interview. She was kind of like starting over, getting fresh start, so she came to Detroit for a job interview.
Yeah. Oh man, I love the how the camera zoomed out from outside the truck or outside her car through the window into her face. Like I love little stuff like that. Like the camera work was awesome in this movie.
Yeah.
But like when it starts out too, man, like I booked places where it's like crazy ghetto. Like I booked places where it was $10 a night, and I was like,
Oh,
I don't care.
wow.
I'm just like literally just staying in the bed. I'm just going to sleep, closing my eyes, and waking up the next day. But like, it's so funny because when she gets here, like, I don't even look at the other houses. The other houses around this property, trash. It's like when Detroit is probably at its worst, and it's just trash. I would never book a place like that.
Casual, are you staying at hostels, bro?
I stayed at hostels too. Yeah,
Bro.
I'm telling you, I travel a lot, man. Like I travel everywhere, but nothing
Yeah.
like this, man.
The area that she stayed in is called Brightmoor in Detroit, and it's actually like about to undergo gentrification. So right now it looks like the whole neighborhood's been bombed, but then, and this is in real life too, you got like maybe 3 houses on some of the blocks that look like it could be in a magazine. They're like picture perfect, and everything around it is like war torn.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I've never
crazy.
been to Detroit, but I've heard a bunch of stuff like what's going on over there. But yeah, I want to go through these pictures. If you guys want me to stop, or if you guys have like a thing on it, just let me know. Like we said, like Pennywise opens the door. From the very beginning, I'm like, this is the bad guy. This like I can't wait to see what he does. Like he's like tending to her. He's like trying not to be like the creepy guy. He's like his eyes just F me up, man. I'm just like, oh man, like stop. And then that smile, I'm like, oh. But
Yeah, I thought he drugged the cup.
I kept thinking that too. I was like, he already put it in the wine. Like
Yeah.
he's like reopening it, you know. But I love that game they play with the horror stuff right there. The whole idea of him being like a weirdo and trying to drug her.
To give people a synopsis, they like when she got there, she booked it as an Airbnb, but he had also booked it as an Airbnb at the same time. So they were just like, since no one was gonna find another like vacant place in the middle of Detroit to stay overnight, they're like, forget it, you know, we'll be adults. He'll sleep on the couch and she'll take the bedroom. So
see, the whole time I was creeped out too, man. I was like, yeah, this is where it's gonna happen. This is where it's gonna happen. And that's what I love about this movie. This movie just kept going like, you know, psych. Terry, what'd you think up to this point?
I honestly, I still thought it was him even after he disappeared and was screaming. I mean, but
Oh, like he was setting her up.
yeah,
Yeah, I did
I
too.
mean, I thought it was him
Was.
honestly until you know. But I mean,
Yes.
it's like the whole time, like she has a car, but like he doesn't. So it's like, what the hell is up with that?
And then this chick's name is Tess. And this scene here where she's in the basement, what happened when she got back from her interview, there was this homeless dude outside, and he's
Oh
like,
yeah.
stay away from the house. Don't go in there. You got to leave right now. And instead of running from the house, she ran in the house and locked herself in the basement. So that was kind of this scene.
Pedro's saying, when staying in Roswell, we stayed in a Airbnb or B&B house, very very nice but old 2-story house, complete with creepy basement.
I love it.
This building I worked at one time up in upstate New York, finished all the cabling, finished all the installs, like all the routers and like all the computer stuff, right? And then like I'm finishing up, I'm like telling everyone, hey, before I leave, just make sure everything's good to go, and then I'll head out, right? And this lady's like, she comes up to me, she's like, you did such a great job, we had 0 issues, I'm so happy to you came by, but I don't think you heard, but this house or this building used to be a brothel. And I was like, yeah, I didn't need to hear
Whoa.
that, like I need to get out of here now. And then there was a basement and everything, and it was like, I was like, oh my god, like it reminded me of
So
this a
that-
little bit. I was like, oh shit, this thing could have happened to me, But,
were there ghosts of sex workers in the basement of?
I wish,
brothel?
man. I would have went down there. Like, what's up? But man, yeah, like the beginning started off.
Sorry, I do like that in that part when she's in the basement, she finds a secret door. Even though she still goes in there, I like how she's at first. She's like, "Nope, I ain't doing
Yeah, that's
And then
realistic.
She didn't went in. That was the
Yeah.
worst part. She went in.
that." Yeah, she still went in.
Yeah, it was realistic though. Like I say the same thing. I'm like, nah, I'll just wait.
Yep.
What do you guys think of the whole like? I guess it was just gonna be like this guy was basically flirting with her as best as he could. Did you guys like that whole thing, or do you think it was just a waste of time? Like, for some reason,
That's realistic.
That's
No,
That's
I like
realistic, man.
I like it. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. This is like 3 different movies somehow in one. I mean,
That's what I
Yeah.
liked
I like
about it. It kept throwing you off,
That's exactly what I'm gonna say, Terry. Like, it's 3 different movies. Like, it's awesome. I love that. Like, it's definitely 3 movies from beginning to end. It's like beginning, and then we'll keep going. But yeah, like Piggy was saying, like she's at the basement because this guy, he was like, I need to go check out the basement, but I need to go further. And I was like, no, you don't. Let's just get out of the house. But
Well-
then you find,
Yeah. No, I was gonna say she ran in there because of the homeless dude telling her to get out, and the other guy, Pennywise, I think his name's Keith in this movie. He actually went in there to try and help her. Keith goes in there to try and help Tess because, like what the next picture showed, she found it's like a little dirty assault mattress down there, camcorder. There's a bucket in that room too. It may be on the other side, and man, it starts getting wild from there.
yeah, up to this point, I was thinking a billion things. Like, it's a torture house. It's like a bunch of like weird people are gonna come out of nowhere. I was just like, my mind was going a billion places with this. But then, like you guys were saying, this guy, he goes like another floor down, and he just goes through this weird ass tunnel. I'm just like, oh, now it's getting better, because the whole time I thought this guy was gonna be the bad guy, and this guy is running away, scared out of his mind. I'm like, ooh, this is getting good.
He's trying to tell her to be quiet. Somebody bit me.
Yeah.
I'm with Terry though. Even at this part, I still thought it was him. Like until
Really?
yeah, like I was like, oh, he's trying to trick her.
yeah.
Like he's baiting her down there and
Mhm.
acting like he was
Yeah.
scared too.
And then this scene came up. I couldn't get the other scene, so
Yeah. So the disclaimer, it's hard to show the pictures for this one because the person that's holding Keith from the shoulder, we'll call her the mother. That's what she was credited as.
Yeah.
She's naked like the whole movie. Her bosoms are like flopping all over the place. So it's really hard to capture a lot of this.
Yeah. All the pictures I have of her are from the neck up. So
yeah, she kept them down there, and Tess got out to try and call the police. Well, I don't want to get ahead of your pictures, so I'll
well,
continue.
like up to this point, this is like, you know, Jerry and Terry have been saying, it's just like the whole time you're like, it's this guy. But when this monster lady came out, I was like, oh my god, it's not him.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
his brains are on the floor right now.
Yeah, everything's like goes crazy, and I feel like this is the end of the movie because it just goes black, right?
Yeah,
It
that was
goes
another
black.
thing that they kept doing. They kept making it go black at the right time.
Yeah.
The sound was just perfect. But the crazy thing about it, I don't know if this was a camera angle, how big they made her along with the thumps, and every time she walked, it was perfect, man. Perfect.
Oh yeah, man. Like I was like blown away by the camera angles, like the way they
Yeah.
used the zoom in features, the way they like zoomed out too. It was definitely like the guy or the person that was in charge of the camera work was definitely. I need to look it up. What other movies he's done, or what other movies that person's done?
and they
But yeah,
spent $4 million making this movie, just $4 million. They only had it in the theaters for like a couple of weeks, and it made 45 million. So it made 11 times its budget, and then it blew up once it hit HBO Max. So they definitely made their money many times. So they did a great job.
I did hear though that they're not doing the physical release
Oh really? Oh, that'd be a cool steelbook.
because I've already looked it up and I've talked the wife into watching it. I mean, that's how much I liked it.
I wonder if it's because Warner Brothers owns this movie, and they're going away from a lot of the physical media on their end.
It's about to leave Max also.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, when I went to watch it, it was on the leaving soon section.
Dang, this is a great movie, man. If you guys have HBO Max, I don't want to get ahead of it, but yeah, it's definitely a great movie. But
I'd
then
have
like
to check. I think it was only like $15-$17 to buy on Amazon.
I should have bought it, man. I rented it. I then rented it for the next 2 days.
You
I'll
just
probably
gotta
watch it
go
tomorrow.
old school. Go old school. Go to the barbershop. Somebody's gonna come in there selling it for $5.
Oh yeah.
You can find it. You can actually. I looked it up. You can find bootleg versions right now on
Yeah.
eBay.
Oh wow.
But like Cash was saying, it goes dark, completely dark, and you're like left with the whole thing. Like, oh crap, like it's over. It goes dark for a good couple seconds too. I was like, oh man, it's over.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then it
even
picks up.
before she
No, go ahead.
she kind of like cracked his head. Tess got out, and she went to the police to try and tell them what was going on, and
No, not
they
yet.
kind of completely
Not yet,
that's
not yet.
further down
Yeah.
the line.
Yeah, a little bit after. But yeah, the next scene is literally Justin Long as happy as can be, and I'm like, it's Justin Long, man.
He was
I didn't see
jamming.
I didn't see any teasers or any trailers. When I saw Justin Long, I was like, what? He's in the movie, like, oh, but he's gonna die, like, but he looks like he's in California. I was like, this is another
Yeah, I
movie
was
now,
surprised
man.
too. Because I didn't look at
He was
the
a-
cast either. So I was surprised.
He was
Yeah.
a turd, man. He was a turd in this movie. I loved it. Like, he did a great job.
Like
the
you
owner
got
of the
the
house.
fucking
Yeah.
get the fucking tape measure out and Google it in square
I
foot.
love that though. Yeah, man, that's such such a homeowner thing to do. You're like, oh man, I
was-
cash
that
out
was
his
great.
property. Yeah.
And like, he's so broke. He's so broke that he's like creepy underground tunnel. Like fuck it, square footage.
add it to my house. Yeah.
And he's broke because he's like a Hollywood big shot, but some lady suing him for like assaulting her. So
Mhm.
she's
Yeah.
like taking all his money. So he's got to like liquidate his properties, and he has to be the current owner of the bed and breakfast that Tess and Keith are staying in.
Yeah. So like I was
Yep.
saying, he was happy as can be, but then he gets a call while driving his car of being like what Piggy was saying. And then yeah, this is where he goes to a lot of like he goes to his broker or to his accountant or whatever, and they're like, we don't want to do business with you anymore because you're being accused of all this stuff.
He definitely did it, man. Because if you look at him when he was online, he was like, okay, so there's a keyword you could kind of use the square footage, and so like you could definitely tell. And even his friend at the club's like, so dude, come on, tell me what you do.
Yeah, he admitted it to his boy at the
even
club.
on the voicemail. Yep. Yeah. Remember he got that voicemail too. Yeah, he did it.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, she said no at first, but I'm pushy. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm like, what a piece of. But at the same time, he's making me laugh. Like one of you guys said, he's just measuring the crap out of his property, and then he finds this room of just a bunch of clothes. Or most likely, that monster or the mother is just like killing a lot of guys.
Yeah.
But then, like, look at that face he makes. He's like, "What the hell's that smell?" Like, and then in my head, I automatically think, "Oh, he's gonna measure this place too."
Yeah.
It was crazy. Remember when he got further down the corridor, he found a tunnel annexed to the corridor, and then he starts trying to measure the tunnel. He's like, "Is all his mind?" Like he's
You know what's crazy? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, real quick, Cap says Justin did a great job in this film. Dude found his stride in Hollywood horror. Yeah, most definitely. Go ahead, Cap.
There's a part. It was only like 10 seconds, but he was like the measuring tape drops out of his hand, and so he tries to take out the knife. He drops it. He picks it up, and then it goes like freaking Call of Duty first person shooter mode. I'm like, oh, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I wanted to grab that. I wanted to grab that slide, but. Yeah, that was cool. I'm telling you, the camera person is freaking badass in this movie. Then it goes to before that, like he goes home, he goes to that property, that Airbnb. It turns out to be his property. He goes downstairs to find out there's a bunch of things going on, or there's somebody downstairs, so he goes and checks it out. And the freaking mother, the monster, just finds him, and then I'm just like,
I gotta tell this part, and then this is my favorite part of the movie. It's so disgusting. So she's called the mother because we'll get into all of that later. But long story short, when she found him, and I guess she was in need of a child, she nursed him. I'll put it that way. She the monster breastfed him, man. That was.
Yo, Piggy. But did you see the loop? She kept playing that loop over and over about breastfeeding.
Yeah.
She's like, if you put it in like this, the baby will eventually clamp on, and they will learn to feed. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, that creeped me out like crazy.
Like, just kill me, monster. Just kill me.
Yeah.
That was the video that the guy got from the. I know we haven't gotten there yet, but from the when he goes to the other movie. Yeah.
It's just like Cap said though, man. Like his acting as like he played the dude, the freaking like the big shot guy. But then when he goes into the fear mode, like you look at his face, man. It's just like he's done this for so long that he's perfect now.
Dude, Jeepers Creepers, man.
And this is where the third movie. No, this is where the second movie starts when you come to find out that she's still alive. I was like, what?
You said what? I said how? How?
Yeah, how? Yeah.
She's been feeding.
Yo, Harry, drink it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh god damn.
She's like, fucking drink it.
Yeah, the mother had them both in there, and so we're about at the part where they find out about the perv, right?
Almost,
yeah.
Not yet. I do have a question for you guys.
Yep.
What was she on top of? Was it like a cage where she was like putting the bottle through?
Yeah.
They basically set traps. Like you could tell. Yeah,
okay.
They've been doing that forever. There was cages, like little cages set aside too for other people. This guy's been doing this for a long time.
For a long time.
I like the camera work that when like she's trying to give him the bottle, some of her hair is on like the nipple of the bottle and everything. That's nasty.
I love the lighting too because you can see the bottle go like when she sticks that, and when she puts it back, like you can't see her and like it goes completely dark. I love that too.
So what would you guys have done?
Well, you know how you fight to survive, and like your whole MO, you go into
Don't say
survival
it.
mode.
Don't
No,
say
I'm
it.
just saying, like, I wouldn't even want it to survive because how do you live with those like flashbacks of that monster breastfeeding you for the rest of your
Oh
life?
God.
Like, you're gonna be like 112 years old and you shaking, and they're like, "What's wrong, Grandpa?"
Wait. Why
The
would you live
monster,
to 100? Why would you live to 112? Is it because of the milk? Is it
No,
because of the milk?
those people
the strength
usually
of the
live
monster
forever,
milk.
man. The one with the deer.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The nursing scene, I would have been all like my avatar. Oh my god, you see that with the tongue out and everything?
Till that old spoiled milk came out, man.
God, you're sick, dude.
And this is where the third movie is right here, man, because
Yes,
you come to find
man.
out like it starts out randomly too, because it's like, what the hell is this about? Like, who's this guy? But then it goes like it zooms out of the house, and it's what I guess the house looked like in the 50s or 60s.
It was actually
And
the 80s. It was.
oh,
It
it's
was
the
just,
80s.
yep.
Wow.
And it was
I didn't
before
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, and it was before the neighborhood went bad. He was.
Well,
the
they were talking
original
about
owner.
Reagan. They were
Yeah.
talking about
Oh
Reagan.
yeah,
Yep.
it's the worst. Yeah.
Mhm. And
He was the landlord, right, or
no,
something?
he was the owner, and
Yeah, he lived there.
yeah, and he wanted to have children, and he was just a pervert, man. That's what those cages were for. Like that mother monster, she was
Yeah.
like his daughter, his granddaughter, his
What?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Remember the homeless dude when Tess
Yeah,
escaped?
he explains
for a
it.
minute, Yeah,
Yeah.
he explained it. He was like, yeah, she's been inbred like over generations. So he was like kidnapping girls and having babies with them, and then having babies with those babies, and then having babies with those babies. So she was like his daughter, his granddaughter, and probably somebody that he was using to make more babies with. That's why she wanted babies so bad, and he had all of those videos teaching them like how to
Yeah.
nurse, how to take care of the children. He was a sick pervert.
yeah.
He's basically raping, like setting up all these like girls, because he went into a random house as like a technician, like, or a plumber or something, like saying like, hey, we had like reports of like bad stuff over here, and basically intrudes inside their house. Well, Terry, like he's I'm sorry, Terry, like he's an
Terry,
HVAC
like,
guy.
what?
No!
No. Oh boy.
Yeah, because
Man.
he unlocked the bathroom window to come back to get her.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, casual, just really fast. Make sure, because you'll trip the algorithm if you use the R word. So you gotta say like great or SA or something like that, because they'll come back and
Alternative lifestyle.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like we couldn't say the G word. We had to say alternative lifestyle. If you say
Aw,
certain
man.
words,
Yeah.
you'll trip the algorithm, and they'll flag the video.
Well, yeah. This is where like the next movie starts. I think I love like it wasn't in someone's memory or someone like was blurring it out. It was just here's what happened, you know.
Yep.
And
hmm
I kind of liked it.
It was great.
And this is where where Justin Long gets a good bite of the nipple, and and this is where she finds out the other girl escapes, and I was like, this is a cool screenshot right here.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
man.
man.
When that measuring tape like snapped off and everything. Or is this is right after, right?
Yeah, because she tries to run
she
away.
already got out. Yeah, she
Yeah.
already got out.
She got out, and now she's aware of
Where,
it.
yeah, that's where she stepped on the measuring tape, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And basically, like the mom is this monster. I'm just gonna call it monster. This monster,
Mother.
mother, whatever. Like freaking, like you find out like the monster cares about her in a certain crazy way, right? Like she's trying to, because she's been a good girl this whole time, like, and she's like,
It's her baby now. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's her baby. Like that's why she put them in that little hole, because she's like, these are my babies, and I got to take care of them, and I got to make sure they don't get out of here.
And this is the first glimpse we get
But what's
of her.
crazy? Wait, before she left, you even notice, and this is where I started to really realize, like, dang, the monster is a victim too, and not necessarily the monster. Because when they were trying to escape, like when AJ, Justin Long's character, tried to escape, when he went past the pervert's room, who we just saw in the 80s, she stopped. Like she didn't like even the mother got scared. She didn't want to go over there by his door. If you notice, she was after him, and when they went past the door, she stopped. Like
Yeah, that's right.
she knew not to go in there. And it was
Well,
like,
that's what
oh
the
man.
homeless guy he said to what's her name, Tess, when he was like, she's not the worst thing down there.
Yep.
I
Yep.
think she
Yep.
met the father.
Yep.
It's scary, man. Like because like this gave me a sense of like this could be out there, you know, like because like
Oh,
all those rundown
100%.
house, yeah, like all those rundown
Yeah.
houses,
Bro.
you never know.
Did you not see like this week in New York, they found all these underground tunnels under the synagogues? It was like a riot that broke out and everything. It was like maybe 3 miles worth of tunnels and secret rooms.
Catacombs, man.
Yeah, everything.
Oh shit.
And the same
Oh,
thing
I see
happened in
that.
Chicago in December. Two teenagers were doing something and they broke through the street and they looked down there and it was a bunker and it was like a whole block worth of like cribs down there for the most part.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like now I can't sleep tonight. So,
Teenage
Right.
yeah, but
Master
then like
Splinter.
yeah, this is where I think one of you guys was mentioning like she goes to the cops. Like she actually
Yeah.
calls them, gets well. She first of all she escapes, right? This is her escaping,
Yeah.
and like whatever the monster's like.
She's
telling her,
asking the
like-
dude for he's like, I ain't got no phone.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
She
was
tells the
def-
cops, they go to the house, they're like, yeah, they basically blow her off, like nothing's going on. Yeah, just riffraff, and they leave. Oh man, this was a good part too. Like it was so many clips that I wanted to show, but again, they all had the mother's bosoms out. So, but this was getting up to the part where she tried to go back in to get her keys, remember? And then she ran the mother over.
Oh.
Yeah, she
oh
smacked,
yeah.
she smashed into her and into the house. And she's like, all right, I've killed her. And she was gonna go back in and check on Justin Long's character, but I'll wait till you get back to the pictures.
Yeah, I felt for this girl. I love this actress, man. I thought she did great from the beginning. Like she fell in love
Yeah.
with Pennywise, and I was like, oh, this girl's like she has a lot of emotions going through the whole movie, and like, but then like this part where they weren't believing her, but at the same time the cops are dealing with Detroit, right? Like they keep getting like dispatch
Mhm.
calling them all the time. They're like, hey, we got a shooting happening now. We got to go, and
Oh
If I
yeah,
was-
because even dispatch said we don't have nobody to come out.
yeah, yep, because she called 911 and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, if I were to see a girl like this beat up, all dirty like this, and her like saying like she's trapped, like my instant reaction, like I would think, help her.
No,
We see
not
it
over
in
there.
the-
Think about the area. That's all they
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But then like you get a glimpse of this guy, the father, basically, this guy
Yeah.
right here, and it goes downhill from here in the weirdest way. Like you come to find out that he has a ton of tapes, like redhead, girl from the gas station. It's like,
Hitchhiker, just random.
Three.
yeah. Well, Justin Long escapes and finds this guy in that random room, like we were talking about earlier, and yeah, it's like he's sick, he's coughing. Justin Long's like, "Hey man, like you need help, blah blah blah," and he's just like, "It's the guy, man."
But wait, he's like, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna call the police. They're gonna help you. And that's when he's like, uh-oh. So he ends up blowing his own brains out because if the police would have got there, they would have saw that he's the cause of all of this. He's creating all of these like monsters, and he's been kidnapping children for decades and trying to breed them and torture them and stuff.
I also wonder if he was just tired because he could have shot Justin Long. That's what I thought was going to happen. So I wonder if he was just
I
tired
think
of
he
all
was
the
dying.
decades.
He was dying anyway because then he had like a tube in his nose and he had like some cancer medication on the nightstand or something like that.
There's got to be more monsters down there, though.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you tell me there's only one.
yeah, it's got to be.
Well, they also did say so. I had like a thing too because the homeless guy that came out kept trying to warn her and everything. He kept saying like she comes out at night, and they kept like showing the other like broken down houses. So I'm guessing like the other kids are in the other houses like hidden under there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those tunnels. Remember, at one point, those tunnels come up under those other houses too. So
Yeah.
they're probably filled with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that homeless dude told them he told Tess, he's like, well, she comes out at night, but she won't come over here because I've been over here for 20 years and she's never came over here. And by the time he finishes that sentence, she's tearing through the gate.
Yeah.
She came out like the juggernaut.
She wants her baby.
Right there.
Yeah, she went full juggernaut.
Yeah, and this is the guy you guys were just mentioning, and I felt so bad for this guy because from the beginning of the movie I thought he was trying to like take advantage of her, when he was running out like, door.
Man, this was the second best part when the mother got him because she tore his arm off and beat his brains out with it. So
God, yeah, it was gruesome. It was a gruesome death, man. Like he pulled his arm off like slowly, and I was like, oh man, this is carnage right here.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's crazy. Like, be homeless somewhere else. Like, what's going on. Why would you stay there?
15 years.
10% discount off that monster milk.
Oh man,
I wouldn't be surprised if they do another sequel to this because like there's a story there, of like what's been happening for the last 10 15 years.
They could definitely do a prequel and a sequel for sure. And cap it. Like they really could. They really could.
Yeah.
And this is where like Justin Long and her like try to escape while she has like a bullet inside her stomach, and like she's gruesome, man. She's badass, I think. And Justin Long's that little bitch,
Oh yeah.
Even though he tries to act up, like a badass or something, but he come to find out he's like and then
he threw her down so the mother would go after her and try and save her, and he could get away.
And then like right after he goes like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I meant to grab you, or like not throw you all the way over. I was like, oh, you piece of shit.
It was great. It was great.
Did you guys like that scene where like the monster basically jumps down and saves her? Like, did you guys like that? Like,
I liked it. Because it was like she really sees her as unless you see that even though she's a monster, she's like that because of that torture and what her dad, granddad, husband, whatever groomed her to be. And she really wanted just a baby. So she saw her as like, this is my baby. I gotta go rescue her.
Yeah. Justin Long, I really want to love him like in every single movie, but this movie I was like, man, I love him because I hate him so much, But then it goes.
I love this scene.
I know Justin Long gets what he deserves, and I'm like, fine.
She gouged his eyes out, man. I love.
They didn't like. This movie definitely didn't fear like they didn't like shy away from like showing all this stuff, Like they showed his eyes coming out of his like sockets, and I was like, okay, this is
the thick blood running down the face and everything. It was great.
This is what I wanted. Yeah. It's an awesome payoff. And then and then the girl's still alive, and basically the monster's tending to her like, hey, like we're gonna go back home. I got you, like don't worry, I'll pick you up. And then the girl just shoots her mom.
Yep. And limps away, man. She took bullets being thrown off a building. Like she had some endurance. The girl Tess.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I love like how it ended. Like she basically like walks away with a bullet in her stomach and just goes like, I'm getting out of here, but I'm getting out of here on my own, whatever.
She limped away because she was barely functioning by the time like after being thrown off of that tower, and man, this was great.
Well, they didn't show it, but they kind of lead you to think that like the mother catches her and like they fell on the mother. That's kind of the way it looks.
Yep.
Yeah. She was definitely on top of the mother when like Justin Long looked down. We're getting towards the last slide. I like this picture because someone put this up on one of their forums. It's basically showing, to me, what I see here is like, a house could be beautiful, like well kept on the outside, but once you get behind that door, there's just sometimes, it could be darkness. There could be like, crazy stuff happening. So I don't know. This picture definitely like it. I don't know. It sets it off for me. Like this is a perfect picture for the movie, I think.
Yeah.
I agree.
But yeah, like so you guys, we're gonna get into the score and final thoughts. Like I think we hyped this movie enough. But Terry, if you want to go first.
I mean, if anything, this movie showed me that I'm not a good person, because I would have left Keith in the basement, and after I escaped, I would not have gone back in there for some random stranger.
You and me both.
I mean, I would have broke back into the house, got my keys, and got the hell out after the cops left. But I don't know. I love the movie, and it's enough for me. I'm gonna go buy it and make the wife watch it. And it's hard not to talk about it with her because I don't want to ruin anything. You know?
Oh yeah. Anything will ruin it, man. Because like you said earlier, 3 movies in one.
Because it's so, I don't know. Yeah, you can't talk about it. But yeah, I really like it, and the best movie we've done, I think. But no, I'd say A+.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, A+. Yeah. How about you, Piggy? What's your final thoughts on this one?
For sure, on a scale of 1 to 5, I give it a 5. I think everybody should check this out. It's an amazing movie from the beginning to the end. It has you thinking, and even if you haven't saw it and you've heard us talk about it, it's still worth watching because we didn't tell you every single play-by-play, and even if we did, you'll still enjoy the movie because I think I've watched it twice. So check it out. It's a really good movie, and I do hope they do a prequel and a sequel.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they like don't go ahead with it. Yeah, this movie definitely has it. How about you, Jerry? What you think?
I give it like a 4 out of 5. Like I wish I like.
I was just kidding.
I like that it was short, the part where it goes into the past, but I also wish it would have gave me more of like how he goes about. Like that's why I agree with Piggy. I hope they do like at least a prequel.
It could be on that guy, right? Like just on that guy, the dad, whatever.
Like how he was doing everything in the. How did he make the tunnels?
Well,
Yeah.
And then when he goes into the house, goes down the basement, you can hear women screaming and shit. So he already has
that was crazy.
He ready to go.
But it's cool too. Like I saw this in a different review, but it's basically like it's a perfect house, perfect lifestyle. Everyone's like living the best of. Oh, Detroit's booming at the time, right? But then at the same time, like there's that one guy in the middle of the neighborhood, up to no good in the basement. Like it's the perfect. What do they say? Like the best place to hide something is in front of like everybody.
Plain sight.
Yeah, plain sight. Yeah. That's a crazy. Cash, how about you, man? What's your final thoughts or score on this one?
Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. I thought the movie was perfect from start to finish. Everything you want. Good visual effects, good sound effects. Wasn't like this all-star power cast outside of really, I mean, from a horror standpoint, Justin. But I mean, I guess you could say Pennywise. But I mean, it wasn't like this just strong cast that was like, oh, let me check this out. But it was just a really good flick, man. I would definitely watch it again. I don't feel like by me watching it again, I would not jump scare or anything like that. Had so many twists and everything, and it's by far lived up to the hype that it did get a year or two ago.
Yeah, like I feel like this movie probably would have been like this like reminds me of like the 2000s, whatever, like old school movie. It was gruesome. I enjoyed the whole story, the plot and everything, like like thinking probably like a quarter of the movie, probably close to half the movie, Pennywise is the bad guy. I was like, oh, this guy's gonna come out of nowhere, like, and then it gets even crazier. You see that freaking what's it called, that camcorder set up on a tripod looking at the bed. I was like, all right, this is getting crazy. But then it gets even crazier, and I'm just like, man, this is what I love about horror. There's like nothing you gotta see in order for like the horror to kick in. It's just like assuming, just like making your mind go everywhere.
When you saw that mattress, man, you
already knew. Yeah, you were like, yeah, a lot of crazy stuff is happening.
Yeah.
But like, I gotta agree with for the most part, like 5 out of 5 for me, A+. Like I'd watch it again, and I'm gonna watch it in the big screen. You know, like I watched it on my phone because I was watching it at the gym, and
Yeah.
but oh man, like I can't wait to rewatch it. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I missed, and like I wouldn't mind checking it out. But again, I would recommend it if you guys haven't watched it. We should do a follow up on this one. It's so good.
Awesome.
Right.
Does anyone know why it's called Barbarian?
No.
So
See, there
when,
you go.
when I was kind of reading up on the people that produced it, they said like initially you're watching this and you're thinking that the mother, who is the monster, she's just this wild, crazy barbarian. But by the time you get to the end of it, you realize that the barbarian and the primitive, monstrous person was actually the dude, the dad that was dying. That's what I read, and I think it was one of these like maybe IMDb or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe like in a weird way, we are the barbarians because we're already, well, in my part, like I'm already assuming that Pennywise is the bad guy just by, freaking assumptions automatically. But I don't, well, I'll look it up too and I'll follow up with you guys. But yeah, great ass movie. Who picked this movie again? Piggy?
Piggy.
Yes, Piggy picked it. Piggy's picks.
He's good for
Yeah, that was great, man. I really like that movie. I'd recommend it. Like, I'm gonna recommend it to everybody now. But what movie is next?
Is it my turn?
I think it's Terry's turn. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I've been wanting to watch more Clive Barker, so I would probably say if you're cool with it, and we could actually watch it somewhere. Midnight Meat Train.
Ooh.
I like it.
Okay. I like it.
I was
I
like,
like it.
please, I was like, please don't say Lord of Illusions. Please say Midnight Meat Train. I love Terry.
Whoa.
I don't want to. I don't want to shit the bed after that last movie. So
being safe
wow.
about it. Look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Nice.
I forget this actor's name. What's his name again?
I'm not sure, but he's Juggernaut.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love him from the Guy Ritchie movies. But that's the only thing I really know him from. Besides,
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. Oh, there you go, Vinny Jones.
Oh, Vinny Jones. That's
Vinny
right.
Jones.
Yeah. All right. So next movie will be The Midnight Meat Train. 2008, man. That's crazy. Cool. Let's see. Pedro says, I believe the street name was Barbarian.
it was
The
close.
street
I don't
name?
think it had an N on it. Barbaria or something like that.
Oh, okay. Fear Constance Bradley Cooper is good in that. Oh, I wouldn't think he would be in that movie.
He's the dude going up against Vinny on the train.
All right.
I've seen the trailer. I haven't seen the movie.
I have never seen the trailer or anything.
Cap gave us the Quagmire laugh at the title.
Yeah.
Meat Train.
Well, Cab, we got Jerry on, so Cab, you gotta join us too, man. Like after that last movie, Cab, you could go like a Cash and not have to show your face or anything, just audio. But always any like King Banana, Jesse, if you're calling, anybody's welcome to join in. It's really easy. But yeah, man, great ass movie. I had a great time. I was looking forward to this one. Like the movie Muck or whatever. I was like, oh man, I hope we could cancel this. I hope something comes up. Please, something come up. It's like,
Oh, it only took the holidays.
yeah,
I'm just pissed. I watched it.
yeah. I put all those pictures together. And I was like, oh man, like this is this is gonna be hard. Cap says, one of these days I'll hop on. Love hearing people talk movies. Yeah, man. All right, man. So Midnight Meat Train. We'll pick a day. Maybe I won't be here next week, unfortunately. Like I'm leaving Wednesday, so we'll figure out a day. We could do it Monday, Tuesday, or Monday or something. But we'll figure it out. But yeah, you guys. Terry, you got anything coming up, man? Before we get out of here.
I got a video ready to go on that PCS Turtle tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
That's the one thing I have in the works.
Yeah. Cool. How about you, Piggy? You got anything coming up?
Nothing coming up. I'll be cleaning up water for a couple of days.
Jerry, how about you, man?
No, nothing. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. If you ever want to join like movies or statues, or whatever, like always welcome to join too, man. I just like the panel gets packed up quick, so you gotta like slide in quick, man. Just let me know though.
No problem.
Cash, how about you, man? I know you're at work and stuff.
Oh no, you're good. I just got a review tomorrow for Diamond Select Electro. That's about it.
I saw the Mysterio one. The Mysterio looks pretty cool, man. Like, it's tiny, but the color pops, man.
$45, man.
Oh.
Trying to tell you, $45.
All right, you guys, let's get out of here. Thank you, guys, Cab, Jesse, King Banana, Figure Kong, Pedro, everyone for watching tonight. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Good night.
See you.